Welcome to the Return with
What's
Josh and
up?
Maria Cribbs. What's up, everybody?
I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to another beautiful day. Look, depending on where you're watching us, shout out to our Bally's family, then also our YouTube family. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment, because we want to keep the algorithm going, bro. How you doing, Josh?
Absolutely. I'm doing great. It's sunny in Cleveland, like the show, Hot in Cleveland. Cleveland is popping right now, so make sure y'all get out and enjoy this weather while you can.
That's right. And speaking of enjoying the weather, we were out at Edgewater yesterday.
Yes.
And let me just tell you, I don't know what everyone's problem is in the Cleveland area with Edgewater, but let me show you this video.
I like Edge. I love it.
I love Edgewater, too. But
people that's from here, they have problems
people
with
that's from here, they just spoiled. They used to it. They grew up by the, the lake.
I felt the same way about DC and the monuments and everything. I'm like, because when you're from somewhere, it's like you see it all the time, all day, every day.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so look at this video. Come back and we're going to discuss, okay?
All right.
Check this out. Cleveland, when the last time y'all been down to Edgewater? Because it's nice out here, look. Don't let them fool you. Look at that amphitheater type situation behind me. Don't let them play you like, Edgewater, who go down at me and my family, and you should too, because it's beautiful down here. It's a beautiful day. And everybody out here. I think for real, people telling y'all not to come out here because they be out here, because it's packed. A lot of people out here, people cooking out, barbecuing, listening to music, playing sand volleyball. They in the water. And then they got this thing up here, which I think during the summer is going to have like a summer concert series. So make sure you go Google that, because I don't even know what website to send y'all to. But don't sleep on Edgewater. It's beautiful out here. Come on out here and get your walking shoes on, or get your running shoes on, your headphones, and come enjoy yourself. So Josh, that was like, okay, viewers, that was yesterday. That was Monday.
Yeah, we had a walk.
Regular day.
It was a walk, Ryan.
Everyone was out there. And
Ryan, our whole family was out there with Maria. Yeah. How come you didn't see all of us out there? Like, Maria, you got to start inputting your family in the bit.
That's true. That's a little selfish, Maria.
It is.
That's a little
like
selfish.
She was walking by herself.
I'm sorry about that, Josh.
Her complete family was out there, man.
Ryan,
we didn't even make a cameo.
Really, Ryan, you gonna throw me under the bus like this?
We didn't even make a cameo.
I was just talking to the audience.
Come on, man.
Josh, but I'm just saying it was Josh's idea to go out there.
Right.
And it was a Monday. You would think, because usually people are dragging on Mondays.
Yeah.
So it was Monday, back to the work week. People were out there flying kites. They were barbecuing.
It was
they were
nice.
Really in the water.
Right.
Which I didn't know you could get in the water.
What? What do you mean?
I think one time I went out there and they said, like, don't get in the water.
Because sometimes you might, go in the water and you get off and there's a tampon stuck to your back or your chest.
I'm done with you. That's too much.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I know we on YouTube.
That's why sometimes it's an alert, like, hey, it's not clean.
It was
right
like a
now.
hazard.
They got to clean the water.
So then who cleans it?
The city. Or most of the water goes to Canada.
That's when you get the sharks, Josh.
Yeah,
is that what it is? Yeah, okay.
When the
Lake Erie
when
sharks.
a tampon sticks you,
Yeah,
that's when
there
you get the
you go.
sharks.
Get a little bit of color in the water
out there. Like I did mention, you a mess, Josh, and you were a lifeguard too, so you're really funny about that. Like, don't be doing nothing extra in the water. But look, okay, so Edgewater has this like summer concert series anyway. So I think once a week, I don't know what day of the week it's going to be, but they be out there partying. So go out there, make sure you enjoy our city, because
it was a great time.
Y'all just spoiled. Y'all you saw the metro parks and the lake area, but it was a beautiful day.
We have a lot to in this city that's to be proud of.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. I think we have a beautiful lake.
Yeah.
A great lake that when I get up on top of it, especially upper Edgewater, when you get up and you can see the city. I had my family reunion here in Cleveland.
Yeah, they love it.
And we had our cookout and our picnic on the upper part of Edgewater. And it was beautiful. Everybody's still talking about it. They came from all over the country. They still talk about it to this day. We went on a boat ride
it's called the Good Time.
Good Time.
Everybody know about the Good Time.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
We had an amazing time here in Cleveland.
Yeah, so we love Cleveland. But Josh, today's a special day.
Okay.
It's our son Israel. Today is his 15th birthday.
Yes,
so we want
it
to send
is.
some love to Izzy.
Happy birthday,
15th
son.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
My
Y'all
firstborn
see,
son.
Happy birthday. I think it's crazy because when I was younger, I had a list of things I wanted for my birthday. I'm like, hey, Izzy, it's your birthday. What you want to do?
Right, why that is.
I have weightlifting in the morning. I'm like, weightlifting? It's your birthday. You're turning 15.
When
like,
you're a kid
so
and you don't want nothing, why you think that? Because you got everything. Someone,
well, hold on.
won't be named, got him everything already. He don't need anything.
But see, I used to always have to go to the
He
store.
even got grandma, Maria's mom.
He hustled her for some. Well, he didn't even hustle her.
He counted out so much money. I was like, that ain't 1,000 though. He was like, shoot, And started counting out. I'm like, let me hold $20 to the mom.
She had all these hundreds
man.
she was
Come
giving.
on.
I know. You know what that's that reverse psychology. act like you don't want anything, so people give you everything. Because now all of a sudden I'm looking at a $5,000 Doberman Pinscher. Did you know Ryan?
Is that a dog?
It's a dog.
We
It's
get a
like
dog.
you know Snoop Dogg. You know when he
Are
transformed.
you about to give him a dog for?
Well, he wants a bigger dog,
See
but I didn't
this,
know
Ryan?
they cost that much.
We have a dog.
We
And
got
she
a little-
about to buy him
Our
a dog.
act like a cat.
This dude got 4 years left of school left, and he gone. Who you think that dog gonna be with? You think he going to a college campus? No. That we gonna have 2 dogs at home. My daughter already went to college. She don't take the dog. The dog is with us. Now we gonna have 2 dogs and no kids.
But don't you want a bigger dog?
Just think, well, we got one. What are you gonna do with the other one?
Our dog kind of acts like a cat. He doesn't do much. He can't
You
fetch.
right.
He don't get
but
the
he
paper.
gonna be like, who is this dude moving in here?
Who is Debo over here? Right,
Yeah.
this
He
monster.
gonna run me my food.
So anybody watching, if you know any Doberman Pinscher breeders or people that like, can you talk about their temperament? If they're a good
Right.
dog to have in the
Let
house.
us know if the Doberman Pinscher is a good dog to have.
Or do you recommend another breed?
Yeah.
Because we want a big dog.
I like golden
But I didn't know they was
doodles, though.
$5,000, so that's too
Right.
much. But look, Josh, we got so much show to get into. I want to go to commercial and come right back and talk some more.
Let's do
Don't
it.
go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Now, we want to let all the business owners in Cleveland know that Josh and I are hosting a very important event, June 24th. Josh,
Yes.
you're going to be at the Cleveland Brown Stadium. Part of it is.
Yes, it is.
It's a business opportunity expo where, you know, when you own a business, Josh, and you and I can attest to this, how it's hard to access resources.
Right.
It's hard to see
Hard
who
to
needs-
make connections.
to make connections, to see who
Network.
needs your but to see who needs your services.
Right.
This particular event, they're going to be doing deals on the spot with businesses. So anybody that you know that has a small business, look into the Ohio OMSDC website and sign up. That will be taking place on June 24th. Just wanted to show that some love, Josh.
Right. That's good.
That is good.
I did want to talk about a few things with the Browns.
Go ahead.
Before we go to our next thing. Do you know DeQuell Jackson? Now, this happened today.
Breaking
DeQuell
news?
Jackson. It's breaking news.
Breaking news. Let's go, baby.
DeQuell Jackson has been hired as a pro scout for the Cleveland Browns full time.
Let's
My guy,
go, Mr.
DeQuell.
Jackson.
Now we both played for the Cleveland Browns and we both played for the Indianapolis Colts.
He's one of Josh's good teammates.
Yeah,
we
and
like the Quail.
I stayed in his house when
They're not all created
played
equal.
in for the Colts in Indy. Yes, with him and his wife.
He always took care of you, him and his wife.
He always took care of me.
So
Yes,
wait
he
a minute,
did.
to be a scout, does that mean you got to move back to Cleveland?
I don't know.
How does that go?
He might be a road scout.
Because they're from the D.C. area, right?
He's in D.C. right now. He went to Maryland.
Okay.
So his wife has a firm there.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if he's coming back to Cleveland, but if he is, DQ, what's up, baby?
I already know because.
We gonna get him on the show. Barbecue.
But hold on.
Let's get it.
I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't most scouts end up like being a GM?
Exactly.
And you know DeQuell smart as heck.
Yep.
And his wife, is she an attorney? She a lawyer?
Yeah. But let's not throw
I'm
Andrew,
putting that into the
AB.
universe.
Yeah, I mean,
GM Jackson.
but see, this is where he can get his start.
Right.
Because AB actually had real good success in Cleveland with Dorsey.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Eagles. And then Cleveland was like, nah, bro, you did too much good work here. And we brought AB back to be the general manager, where he has done a wondrous job here.
Right.
So hopefully this opens up doors for DQ.
Congratulations to
and
him,
he can
though.
prolong, and then he can hire me as a head coach as a team one time. So that's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
That's what our hope is, DQ.
Yeah.
So get on so we can get on.
Is that why you don't really? Because you always get offers to coach.
Right.
Not
But it gotta
that
be a
not
good
that you
fit.
feel like certain positions are beneath you, but
Right. It got to be a good
when
fit.
it comes to the pay, you probably like, I can't do less than what a coordinator maybe or something.
Right. So there's a room to grow.
Yeah.
To whereas your because of what I'm making now and the hours that I put in now,
Yeah.
you can't pay me significantly less than that, and then I have to work, twice, 3 times, 4 times harder.
Right.
So that's not smart. So
Right.
you work harder, not smarter.
That's true.
No, work smarter.
Smarter, not harder. Right.
There you go.
I do think when it comes to coaching, though, like when it comes to ex-athletes getting into coaching, maybe I'm a little biased. I feel like you already know the game in and out. You've been a player and you've been coached. You know what the good coaches
Right.
like. But I feel like y'all shouldn't have to necessarily work y'all's way up. But I know you can attest to all former players are not good coaches.
Right.
But
All
I think a lot of-
players, you can't, the game doesn't necessarily, just because you played the game.
You can't necessarily translate it over to tell somebody how to play it.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what the transition is, the barrier is sometimes, because a lot of times ex-players do try to coach.
Yeah.
And then it's like, come on, man. You got to be able to speak. You got to be able to lead on and off the field
But
as a coach.
I do think there should be something implemented. And I did tell you this. I think you should reach out to the NFLPA. I think Kim was her name. You probably need to have a conversation with her. I think it should be something implemented to where current players who know they maybe want to get into the back end office or into coaching should start being able to do that as they're playing.
Right.
So then when they're done playing, they can just transition right into it, opposed to having to start down and work your way up.
Right, and they
So-
do have certain programs that
They do.
current players can do in the summertime.
Okay.
They have NCAA, NFL coaching, and I did that.
Okay.
And when I did it, it was in Louisville.
Oh, you did
Remember
go to
I went to
Louisville
Louisville for 2 days and we had
But
a
you did it
seminar.
after you were done playing. You
Right.
could have been doing that while you were playing, so you wouldn't
absolutely.
have to,
Absolutely.
work your way up. But
Yeah.
Josh, I know Cleveland it's gonna be packed downtown in Cleveland
Absolutely.
tonight. You already know why?
Yeah.
Because
No,
look what I got on.
What? Oh, the
Monsters are home.
I'm like, huh?
I got my gear on, baby.
Yeah, I see
the
that.
Monsters are home. They're playing their third series game. They're back home
Shout out
tonight
to
at
the
Rocket
Monsters.
Mortgage Fieldhouse. But Josh, they lost the first 2 games. So we need the fans to come through and really show them some love
And
and
people
bring
don't
it
know
tonight.
how good they are either. Like, they win championships.
Yeah,
When we
period.
talk about, Cleveland being on top, we keep forgetting about our hockey. They need to be just a regular professional, like, top level.
Yeah.
And I think they get more recognition.
Yeah. But
You
they need
know,
the fans to come out and show some
right.
love tonight because they play at 7.
Show some love to the
But
Monsters.
hold on, guess who else? Guess who played tonight?
Tell us.
The Guardians at 6:40. So anybody watching down there looking for love, because I feel like when you go to a game, that's where you
love.
can. What?
Looking for love.
Yeah, you go down. You can find a lot of dates down there. You know how many men be downtown
What?
for a Monsters game and a Guardians game?
A lot of times the
Just
Monsters get with their families.
Hey,
huh?
ladies, put
You gonna
those.
steal somebody from their family?
You know the little jeans that might be a little
Maria
too
be
short
breaking up happy
with the rips in the
homes.
front, and then get you a V-neck white tee.
Where your mind be, man? We just trying to support our team,
You
man.
gonna get all the numbers. No, you can support the because people need love in the city.
They need
So they
love.
can have somebody to go down to Edgewater with that we were talking about earlier in the show.
Maria, let's
That's the best time to find a man.
Let's
They
take
be
a
a little tipsy too. They be down there drinking.
let's
You can
take a commercial
get
and then
get a
bring
couple
Ken
dollars
out.
out of them too.
we gonna talk some horses when we
Horse
come
races.
back.
Don't go.
Yeah.
You'll be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show. Now we have a really exciting guest on
Yes,
the
we
show
do.
coming up here. And let me just tell you, now we've been talking a lot about racehorses.
Right.
And how we've been missing out on all the best because my mom
We have been missing out.
Yeah, that's my mom's fault. It's totally my mom's
It
fault.
is.
So we had the
Rose.
head honcho from Big Play on the show. His
Yes,
name
we
is
do.
Ken Myles. Let me just tell you about Ken. He has this beautiful gray horse
Mm.
that I would like to say if I died and came back, I don't want to come back
You come back as a horse?
as a beautiful gray horse like Tease the Gray.
Well, okay, if that happens, I would be in my next life a horse rider.
John, now you're
And
just
then-
taking it too far
And
now.
then I could be riding you.
that just sounds
I would
weird.
take care of you. But okay,
We're
bring in
not-
Ken, man.
Ken, come on the show. Now, Ken,
Ken.
Ken, that just went all the way left. Ken, how you doing?
Good to see you, Maria.
Good to see you. We're excited to have you on the show because we have been just raving about Seize the Great, which is your horse, who not only won a race down at the Kentucky Derby,
Right.
but the Preakness as well. And now he's going to be racing this weekend at the Belmont. Please tell us about Seize the Great. Like, how did you find a good looking? You know what? Because he found me. Ken discovered.
What?
Ken
I
discovered,
found
no,
you.
Ken discovered me for Big Play.
I found you. Okay.
Okay.
I think you getting it. Ken, she's getting it mixed up.
Ken,
Tell us about
tell
Seize
us
the
about
Great.
Seize the Great.
All right. Well, I always love the passion that you two have, and Mary and I have the same passion for Seize the Great. But I think I have to start out with understanding how we even got into this, and it's one of my very dear friends, a guy by the name of Michael Behrens, formed a company called My Racehorse, and the whole idea behind My Racehorse was that we would take horse racing to the masses, and so he formed a company. Mary and I became major shareholders in the company. And what we do is we go and we'll buy a horse. In this case, we bought a gray horse, and then we kept a portion for ourselves, and we sold micro shares of the horse to the public. Now, what makes My Racehorse different than others is we actually take the asset, in this case the horse, to the Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC then approves it like it's a stock, and then we sell shares in the horse as if it was a stock. And that way you really are an owner, and when he wins, you get the winnings and you get the prize money, and then you get to share in all the excitement. So that's what we did. We bought him this great horse when he was a baby, and
that's exciting.
We sold it. So there's actually 2,750 people that own a little piece of Seize
And when
the
he
Gray.
won a few weeks ago, and the commentator had mentioned that, we were like, wait a minute, how does that work? My ears sparked
I
up.
was
So I'm
happy,
so glad
Ken,
you mentioned it.
but I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed.
I was too.
Because he won two times in a row. And both times I was too late to get in on the action. First I was mad at you, Ken.
Yeah, because
I was kind of mad. I ain't say anything. I was mad you didn't send out those mass texts like
he sent the email though.
he did.
Yeah, he sent the email.
I think I'm really mad at myself.
Yeah, you mad at yourself.
I guess I need to look in the mirror
and your
because I keep
mother-in-law.
looking for other people to blame. Because every time he starts racing, he wins.
Yeah.
And I can't get in on the action. I'm getting in this time though.
Oh, we definitely getting in this.
Oh yeah, the mortgage is going up on our mortgage. Maria, we putting
You
the
gonna put
mortgage.
it on? You gonna
putting the house
you
up.
gonna bet on Seize the Gray?
Yeah, we gonna move in with
I'm
him
not mad
if
at
we
you.
lose.
The way he been winning, I'm all right with that.
Well, yeah, I'm just sorry, Josh. I'm just sorry that when Mary and I were walking our horse from the stall in front of 200,000 people on the track, and then ultimately in the infield for our jockey in front of millions of people on NBC, that I didn't remember to call you.
I should have.
So sorry.
Your text ain't.
And then we text him after he won,
Had
and he didn't get
alarm.
back to us till like the next day.
He
Like
was
Ken,
drunk.
Really, Ken? You
Ken
trying
was
to Hollywood us now?
Ken and Mary was face nose into a stall because they was drinking so much champagne.
They're too busy celebrating.
So hold on, how does the celebration go,
Yeah.
Ken? Is it like when a race car driver wins and then they shaking up? It's like we won. How does the celebration go?
Well, first of all, when you win, it's kind of shocking and you pinch yourself, and then you immediately get to the winner's circle, and there's a big celebration in the winner's circle, and we probably had about 100 of our co-owners, some of the micro shareholders with Mary and I and Michael Behrens and his wife in there, and our jockey Jamie Torres, and of course the beautiful Seize the Gray horses there, and it was really a wonderful ceremony. But then after that, we went back to the barn area in the stall, and at that point you had like the Maryland National Guard protecting us because the horse is now worth millions of dollars.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
and the media just trying to get a piece of us. And yeah, I was big time.
Big time. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Enjoy
you
the
well within
moment.
your right though.
Right.
Now you mentioned your jockey. You said his name is Jamie Torres.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, Ken, now that Seize the Gray's worth $1 million, that's my type of ride.
That's your
And
type of
I'm
ride?
gonna drop about 50 to 60 pounds and see if I can just
That ain't gonna be
I can
enough.
be his jockey.
That ain't gonna be
That
enough.
ain't gonna be enough.
Do you know the size of your the horse rider?
Yeah. So he weighs about 95 pounds.
So Maria,
I
50 or
gotta-
60 ain't gonna do it.
And he's
Yeah.
about 5. Well, he's actually a little taller. Jamie's a little taller, about 5'5", 5'6", but a lot of them are like 5'3", 5'4". They're really small and tiny.
Well, what's the training schedule like for Seize the Gray? Like is he working out every day? How does that go?
Yeah, pretty much. So he spends most of his time at Churchill Downs in Kentucky,
Okay.
and then he travels around for the different races. And our trainer is a world-renowned trainer named Wayne Lucas, and so he's got a regiment. But much like Josh Cribbs,
There you go.
world-class athlete.
There you go.
There
you go.
And
Once upon a time, I was in the stable. I was
right?
was
So
training.
I'm gonna throw this out. So Seize the Gray gets bathed every day, multiple times. And I don't know, Josh, you're a world-class athlete. Was that what Maria did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
Maria. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did just stand.
that
I look
Adonis
like
over there.
I used to go in the shower like I was getting arrested.
Josh, goodbye. You need to get off
Put
air.
my hand, huh?
You need to stop it.
Oh, that's too much
That's
for
too
that.
much.
Okay.
Ken, this go back to this.
I'm sorry.
You're so silly. How did y'all come up with the name Seize the Gray?
All right, so he's a beautiful gray horse, obviously.
Mhm.
And what we do is when we buy a horse and we offer it to the micro shareholders, we then have a contest, and people submit names, and then we get narrowed down to the top 10, and then the owners vote on it, get it to the top 4, 2, and then ultimately Seize the Gray was the winner.
Perfect
and I think
name.
just it fits so perfectly.
It fits so perfectly. When that's a name you'll never forget. Now, say someone at home is watching, which I'm sure they are. How do they become a micro owner?
Right.
My racehorse.
Because you mentioned something real peculiar
Yeah.
about the stock part of it. I never knew you could treat horses like stocks.
Yeah, they are
like
an
their
investment.
stock go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I'm in stocks, Ken, and again, we got to get on that. So
Yeah.
can you talk about that aspect of it?
Yeah, so there's only one company in the world that really does this. And well, I should say maybe in the United States, and that's our company, My Racehorse. Because again, there's a couple other organizations that will say you could buy a piece of a horse, but it's kind of like owning the Green Bay Packers. You got a piece of paper and there's really nothing more to it. But because we actually went through the trouble of getting ourselves registered with the SEC, we can then take these assets and turn it into, again, in essence, a stock. So for people that are interested, you can go to myracehorse.com or download the app. And we have a number of horses. There's actually a few horses you could buy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Seize the Gray, people that bought, it cost $125. That's it. One time, $125. We cover all the expenses. And then you get to see what the whole experience is like behind the scenes, because we'll send a video out every week and an update. So you see what it was like. In this case, he was a 1-year-old learning how to run, learning how to run with a jockey, learning how to go to the track, the starting gate, ultimately his first races, and then all the way up to where we were with the Preakness. So it's a phenomenal journey.
Now
I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of shares of it.
So hold on, wait a minute now, because
and kind of we're gonna take over the horse. They
Right,
be like,
but-
who is this?
But see,
Well, no,
Cribs.
hold on. Hold on. So
Josh coming down here think
when
he
you
owned the
buy
whole.
horse,
He
when
think
you
he
buy
owned the whole horse.
Yeah.
What'd you
So-
say, Ken?
Sorry.
So it goes quick. When we make the horse available, and in this case, we capped it. So once
Oh,
the
you
shares are
cap it.
bought, that's it. So
There
Seize
you
the
go.
Gray is off the table.
Okay.
But there's some other horses coming down the road. That
Oh, you better have said
play.
that.
Yeah. But
Because I was going to meet up with some people and be like, look, if we buy these shares, we can force them out and we can own Seize the Gray
hostile
outright.
hostile
A
takeover.
hostile takeover.
Hostile takeover.
Hostile
Yeah.
takeover.
Hostile takeover. Ken, hold on. So let me get this straight. If we buy a micro share of the horse, can you still bet on a horse that you own a portion of? Because
Yeah,
I still want to bet. So
Yeah,
maybe
she want to
you can
double
still
dip.
do it.
maybe
She wanna
Josh
double
can
dip.
own a horse and I can bet on the horse if you can't. Can you?
Yeah. So, as a micro show owner, yes, you could still bet on the horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's all I
think
wanted
you can, because I think him owning the horse, I think he can go right down to the cage and be like, I'm feeling him
Okay,
this
I
day.
just wanted to make sure, because the way that Seize the Gray has been winning, I'm putting it all on him this weekend.
All right. Yes, indeed.
Ken, can you give Seize the Gray a kiss for me? Because I need him to win. If not, we got to come down to Naples and live with you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. No, it's gonna be. Now, I'll give you a little tip.
Uh-huh.
This is also something for betting. And Mary and I have learned this, and this is what they say, and it is absolutely true. Bet the Gray on a rainy day.
Oh.
And
Bet the Gray on a
his
rainy
very
day.
first race, which was at Saratoga, it was raining, and he
Mhm.
won.
And he won.
And then the Preakness was pouring down rain, and he won. And guess what the weather forecast is for this Saturday? Rain.
Rain.
And cloudy.
And-
Gray.
oh, okay.
It's going to be gray out there.
It's gonna be his kind of day.
His kind of day.
and the conditions
He might as well
matter.
play in Cleveland, because
Well,
it's
wait.
like that most times in Cleveland.
That's true. Hold on, Kim, before you go, because I know you got to go. You're a busy man. When it comes to these different, they're not arenas, where they call different tracks that you run on, racetracks.
Right.
Are there different, like, you know how you play on like a turf field or a grass field?
Does the track matter?
Does that matter when it comes to racing?
Oh yeah. So they're running on dirt that turns into mud. And
so it's going to be chunky
again,
and slushy.
Yeah.
When we were at the Preakness, Mary and I had the honor of walking Seize the Gray from the barn in front of the grandstand
Mhm.
and into the infield to meet our jockey. And it's a big parade. Well, we were the very first horse in the line, and we had to really walk about 200 yards in mud that was way over our ankles. I'm wearing an all-white suit,
Oh.
and
Looking
I
good.
swear, I just kept thinking, man, if I fall in front of 200,000 people in a white suit,
Yeah.
Why?
and millions of people on NBC, this will be America's funniest home videos for life, and I'll never live it down. I will never come back to the big play.
But it didn't happen.
didn't happen.
And
It
y'all
didn't happen,
won.
and we won.
And you was looking like an angel out there.
Him and Mary be suited and booted.
Yes.
Now, before you go, tell our viewers, where can they watch Seize the Gray this weekend? What time? What network? And then
Yes.
also, I want to know how they can bet, and then tell them where they can go for more information on Racehorse.
Okay, so the race will be on Fox. So just your local Fox station.
Okay.
The show starts, I think, at about 4:30. The race itself is about
4:30.
6:40, but
Put that in.
there's other races that they'll be showing, and they'll be building up, and they'll be doing a lot of talking about Seize the Gray. There's probably some interviews Mary and I might be on. and then the race is at 6:40.
Mhm.
MyRacehorse.com. Like I said, just go to the app and download it. And I want all your viewers to start doing that because we have a big announcement coming on down the road with some things related to big play. And I'll let everybody kind of guess where I'm going. We'll do that another time. And as far as betting, I'll let somebody else figure that out.
Okay,
you
we'll
go.
figure it out because I got to make sure my bet is in
Oh, yeah.
for this weekend.
Ken, we appreciate
thank you so
you.
much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
All right, see you. You guys will be
Great.
right
Bye-bye.
back. Bye. All right, so Josh, Seize the Gray. I put my money on Seize the Gray this
Oh,
weekend.
of course.
Josh. That's what's up.
Putting the house down on Seize the Great.
Right, and it's always nice to have Ken. Ken needs to come on the show more often. He gives good
Yeah,
conversation.
absolutely.
Shout out to him and his
Shout
wife
out to
Mary. Now,
Ken
Josh, your boy Pat McAfee got
What Pat
caught.
McAfee done do?
Josh-
What he done did now?
He done called Caitlin Clark the B word.
I
had to apologize.
I saw it. It
But-
wasn't in a derogatory
And that's
way.
my thing. I guess because we have
Because
such thick skin.
girls, and Ryan, you can hop on this. Girls,
Ryan, I ain't hopping in none of that.
yeah, you getting canceled too, Ryan. Hop on.
I don't
Look,
care about
Girls
getting
call
canceled.
themselves bees.
But
Yes,
that's
they do.
different.
Like,
If I'm talking to my
but he
girls,
called
I'm
her.
like,
He did it the same way. He
But
was
he's
like,
not a-
"That is white bee."
he's a male. He's not a female.
Right, but he did it in a like, man, she kind of on top. Ron, did you see the actual footage, like the
Yeah,
actual interview?
yeah,
Not interview, but his segment.
Yeah, I
did
watched
too.
it.
Yeah.
I watched.
and I
I watched the
it, and
replay.
wouldn't you consider that? I understand he's edgy,
Yeah.
and that's what
But
his
I like
show
it.
is.
See, but okay, but if you don't watch his show, I like his show. I love his show.
right.
It's entertaining.
I didn't even hear it because it felt like common,
It felt like I
regular
was just
conversation.
but that's a problem when because Pat McAfee already built his brand on YouTube.
Right.
You know, his own social
Streaming
media.
service. Right,
so
right,
him
right.
partnering with CNN.
and he's a comedian.
And he's a comedian, but him, when you get onto a network,
Right.
you kind of got to clean it up a little bit. You
I
know?
don't. I
And so-
understand that. I ain't like him apologize. I was like, man, yeah.
Well, I think you
forget
should
that,
apologize
Pat.
because at the end of the day,
We got your back,
you,
baby.
you even though Josh is saying, oh, some girls call each other bees. That's different, and a lot of women don't
Right.
do that. They don't play that like that. I don't play like that with my girlfriends.
Right, and I, what do you think, Ryan? Do you think if Caitlyn was watching, do you think she'd be like,
That's the only person I want to know if she's
No,
offended.
but I
then he
mean,
should apologize.
the day we live in, I understand that he apologized to her, but I highly doubt Caitlin Clark for one cared, and he's just apologizing more so not to her but to the people
To the
because they
viewers.
feel like they deserve an apology for
Right.
some reason.
Yeah.
Even though the only it was a complimentary narrative,
right?
and I
That's
understand.
why I was,
yeah.
yes.
So, and he just felt the pressure to apologize, and that's also partly because he's with ESPN, and ESPN wouldn't be having any of that. But that's who Pat is. I mean, before he
wouldn't
went to
he know
ESPN,
that they
We got your
wouldn't-
back, baby.
Yeah, I love the show, but wouldn't he know? I'm just playing devil's advocate right here.
Okay.
Because you and I, we did network television,
Right.
Monday through Friday.
And you think you saying
you
wouldn't he know
kind
not
of
to?
know, you kind of know what not to say,
But
because you don't want to tick off your
he's in
advertising.
his own.
Hold on, real fast, Josh,
studio.
please. He is working with ESPN. He already had his platform that he built on YouTube, which is why ESPN wanted to partner with him. You already got 1 million plus subscribers on YouTube. I want your subscribers to have eyeballs on my network, so we're going to pay you this millions of dollars to come over here, and hopefully you can translate your audience to over on ESPN because we need some help, because ESPN does. But the fact that he thought it was okay for him to say that, you can never get too comfortable in any job, because at the end of the day, you are being paid or compensated by ESPN to do a job.
Right.
So why he thought it was okay to say that baffles me, because even us sitting up here, let one of us get up here and call Caitlin Clark, anyone, a B, we'd be done. And
I think that you could get away with saying
hold
that.
on, will we or will we not be done?
I don't.
Would we or would we not?
We would.
Okay, so
But I
why
still
does he
think
get?
you
Hold on,
could.
why does he get? And as cool as you, that might have been your teammate at one point. I don't know how much you know him like that, but why does he get a pass to say it and just get an apology,
Right.
opposed to being canceled?
Okay, so I get it.
We would be done.
I get it.
Okay.
And one thing I would say to
Especially
that,
if we were ESPN, we would be done.
right? But
Uh-huh.
he's in his own studio.
But he's on
that's
ESPN's
like
airwaves.
that's like ESPN getting our show from right here at Burke and take it. He's comfortable in his.
Who
that's like
paid him?
him.
Who
Hold
paid
on.
him how
wait,
much
wait,
he make?
wait. I let you talk.
Uh-huh.
That's like him, Ryan, being in his garage with his own cameras, and then he got to turn the footage into ESPN, and he's comfortable
Not
in
the-
his own world.
Not the same.
And but to your point,
Not the
you
same.
said if it was us, I think if you was like, if you said this, Ooh, my homegirl, Caitlin Clark. The B is fine. I think that would fly.
That's a fair point, actually. That's actually a very solid point, John.
Right. That be fly. I love it, Caitlin, and did some girly stuff. Man, everybody be like, yeah, Maria, that was good. Next time, just watch the B word, blah, 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 and move on. I just think because he's a guy, it was said something. Because again, Ryan and Maria, he said it in a positive way.
I didn't take offense to anything he said, but
It
I
ain't about
know
offense,
there are a
I'm just
certain
saying.
group of people out there in the world that feel like, shit, no man, don't call
Well,
us
that's
this,
2024 in a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Yeah.
Right. You don't even offend if you say something necessarily about a person, they won't even get offended. It'll be for some reason the people that aren't involved at all that feel like they are for some reason a part of that and offended themselves.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And he apologized. And I think, Maria, you're right. You raised a really good question. If it was us, will we get just a slap on the wrist? Nah, Bally's will probably be
He's
like,
nah, get them off the air. They're
who
done.
are those? The Cribs? Cancel
They're
the show.
done.
Get 'em
Replace
out.
them.
Yeah,
Right.
Because we're paying them too much money.
At the end of the day, I mean, I know you said he's in his own studio, but you're still
Right.
getting, ESPN did give him that multi-million-dollar contract,
Right.
so you're still working for them.
But
I don't care whose studio you in.
Since we was talking about Caitlyn a little bit,
I got a question I want to
go
ask.
ahead, Maria. Let's
Okay,
go with
so
it.
when it comes to Caitlin Clark, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, is it jealousy or is it just more of a welcome to the WNBA that she's being given? Is she being targeted? What do you think?
It's good. I love the conversation. I mean, I think both. I think all can be true and survive equally by itself in the league. I think when I played, let's put it like this: when I played in the NFL against a great player,
I was going to ask you.
we're targeting him. We're targeting them. We're either going to, especially if they got a limp or something, or he supposed to be the great one. I targeted Ray Lewis. I'm like, there go Ray. He's a Hall of Famer. I know. I'm about to build his.
And you walked right into a brick wall.
I'm about to give him a crack back. No, I cracked
You cracked your own back.
I cracked Ray Lewis, and my L4, L5 ain't never been the same. But I hit him and got a minus. What I'm trying to say is that she is a force in this league, right? In WNBA, a force. So any team that wants to play, they can make a name off her. The girls can make a name off of Caitlyn. Why not? She is the first of her kind. Her, Angel Reese, and the family that came in her draft class, the first of their kind with this type of publicity.
Because Jamil Hill,
with this type of publicity,
she posted something.
the first of their kind.
I mean, the women, they've been.
We're not talking about.
They've been scrapping in games.
We're not talking about that.
What do you
We're
mean?
talking about the first of their kind with this media coverage. Again, when the greats played, not saying that Caitlyn ain't one of them, we didn't have the phones and everything. We could think back to Michael Jordan when he took when that game-winning shot. You could see everybody looking like. And then when LeBron took that shot, that same shot, the crowd didn't look like this. They looked like this.
Yeah.
Everybody had the phone.
And
that's the difference.
Yeah.
If you had the phones out there like this when Don Staley was racking up championships and turning over and dominating the WNBA, she would have been that GOAT.
Yeah.
But this is the perfect era for a Caitlin Clark, a Angel Reese. And yes, she's targeted. Yes, she is everything that they say she is. Yes, and people are trying to make names off of her. Yes, all of it's true.
Okay.
All of it.
I think the only reason I'm speaking as a professional athlete's wife, I know for a fact when you played, you were targeted.
Right.
I think you could probably attest to when you were a rookie, somebody tried to give you your first welcome to the NFL crack.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then why is it that everyone seems to
make it seem like it's not okay?
It's just against her.
Right.
They just hate Caitlin Clark. They
supposed to
a guy
be.
that you probably didn't know that was in the NFL. He was a rookie getting targeted because he think he gonna run on me. This guy, you know what I'm saying?
I did
So
that
I
to
guess when
Reggie
it comes to
Bush.
the Caitlin Clark, when it comes to now that cheap shot, that hip check that she was getting from
that's
Kenny
not-
Clark, unacceptable.
Got to be within the line.
Unacceptable.
Got to be within the
And then
whistle.
I also question. I want to know, why didn't her teammates get up? We brawling.
Right.
You don't
That's
just
facts,
knock our.
Maria.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to. But hold on.
we
before-
supposed to be fisticuffs
Before
right
that,
there.
I can't
we
give-
all getting thrown out of the game.
we all
That's
about
when
to fight.
LeBron came into the league. It's kind of the same thing. There were certainly people that were jealous of LeBron because he came to the league and he was instantly a top
Dominating.
10% player. He had a guy like Zydrunas Ilgauskas. He wasn't taking any kind of crap. If somebody did something to LeBron, he's right in their ass.
Thank you.
That's what Caitlin Clark needs. I agree 100%.
I didn't understand where the disconnect was in that. Like, you just saw your player get knocked to the ground. No one gonna come up
So where
around you
your
behind
team
her.
at? Right. And
But
then when maybe they didn't see it. Go ahead.
But I'm not going for the like she's unfairly targeted because it happens to all rookies.
Right.
The majority, especially if you're a good rookie, especially if you got, a $28 million shoe contract before you even set foot on the court. They gonna try to not make a name for themselves. They're gonna try to show you this ain't college no more.
Right.
So I'm not giving her, I don't want to give her sympathy in that way. Do I think she has a lot of pressure? Yes. Do I think a lot of professional athletes wear a lot of pressure on their shoulders? Yes, something that you may not even know what they're dealing with. But I think she just,
I get
a part of me
goosebumps.
kind of remember, what was that movie, the baseball movie? There's no crying in baseball.
Oh,
I kind of
Angels,
feel like toughen up, Buttercup.
What's that with Tom Hanks? When all the girls, a league of their own.
The league of their own.
Right.
I'm giving the toughen up, Buttercup energy.
Right.
Like I know for a fact when you were a rookie, you were. They try to give you a walk to
Exactly.
NFL moments. You're not in
Let me say
college.
this.
You're not in college anymore.
Right.
Toughen up. Go to the weight room.
Let me say this.
Hold on. And I feel like she should expect it. I think
Right.
she's handling it well, but I feel like she should expect this.
Let me say this
It's
real quick.
expected. They're going to try to target me.
I agree.
I'm good.
I agree.
And I'm getting that bag. Why would they not try to make a name for themselves by attacking me? But my team should have my back.
Right.
And I'm built for it.
But I agree wholeheartedly, 1,000%. She should expect it. Remember that old Spider-Man comment that grandma told to a Spider-Man on her deathbed?
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
You asked for this. If Caitlyn was my daughter, her. You supposed to. They gunning for you. Now, how you going to prove that you belong in that spot? They gunning for you. They supposed to. This is her moment. Don't shy away from it. I agree 1,000%. You supposed to have a target on your back if you the best. Suck it up. Let's go. That's how I would approach that if I'm a coach. And then I would get on her team, Ryan, because where was her teammates
Where were
when
they?
she's getting hit like that? It should have been a physical game after that. Man, it's giving me
I
goosebumps.
know.
I feel like
Me too.
suiting
Look,
up.
I want to talk a little bit more about it. We'll take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And I think the issue that welcome back to the show. I'm sorry. I'm a little fired up over here. I think the issue that I'm having is Angel Reese posed a question. I had it down here. She made a comment and she said, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that, end quote. Then she also mentioned that it all started from that national championship.
Right.
I will say, what are the reasons now, viewers watching, that are just now tuning into the WNBA, if you are, because don't get it twisted, they had a little fan base, but it's been magnified now.
Yes.
What are the reasons that you're now watching the WNBA? I would have to say, I'm going to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
I agree with Angel Reese. It wasn't until I seen her do this behind her face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, hold on, we got beef?
Okay.
It wasn't because of Caitlin Clark. I did not start watching the championship game because of Caitlin Clark. I want to see who attacking Angel Reese. You know what I mean?
All right.
So hold on. I don't like the reason why everyone's tuning in to watch the WNBA now. I feel like it maybe needs to start changing the narrative because I'm not tuning in to watch boxing. I'm not tuning in to watch,
I love
people
it.
fighting and hip checking and this racial
get
divide
that.
that's becoming, you know
Right.
what I mean, a thing.
Right.
But I will agree with Angel Reese. I did start watching the WNBA because of you.
Okay.
So
let me say this. I like all of it.
Mhm.
I want it all. Hip
you
check.
weren't tuning in before a year ago.
Okay, so a year ago when I tuned in, not to the WNBA, I was tuning in to LSU versus Iowa.
Yeah.
Because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, because of the rivalry.
Yeah.
I wasn't tuning in just to see Caitlin hit threes, because it was a lot of great shooters.
Yeah.
But the
Still
rivalry,
great shooters that hold records.
that rivalry, I'm like, oh. And the way Caitlin didn't miss, now it's a lot because of Caitlin, but it's the rivalry for me.
Yeah.
And now I followed them to the WNBA. I want to see it all. I want to see Caitlin's her fall and get up and have accomplishment. I want to see Angel ball. I want to see that whole first top ranked, top 10 drafted players to the NBA, this new class ball out. I love the competition. I love the drama. I think it's healthy for the sport. How they handle it may differ between me and you, but
Yeah.
I think all of it's healthy because that goes on in the NBA.
Yeah.
They fight like Draymond Green doing the title games versus Cleveland versus anybody. Draymond Green and the Warriors, how he be all controversy. Even LeBron, when they getting into it and stuff, that's the scuffles happen in every sport.
Back to the WNBA. When it comes to Angel Reese, last week we didn't get to that. She basically got put in a dang on chokehold. Remember, she went up for that rebound.
Right.
And hold on, I got the name right here. What was the girl's name? It was
that was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for. I think she did get ejected for the game, right?
She got ejected as well.
But I don't recall no one coming to Angel Reese's defense, like they coming to Caitlin Clark's defense on this hand check. I think Angel Reese, unfortunately, she has been villainized.
Right, we talked about that.
I really wish she would have played. For some reason in this society, when you play the victim card, you get the sympathy. Opposed to being strong and saying, you know what, nah, it ain't nothing to me. Because after Angel Reese did get basically put into, like, she got clothesline. You ever been in a fight with somebody that clothesline you?
No, I ain't never been.
It hurts. You ain't never been clothesline?
Heck nah, man. Well, I throw these hands.
You ain't been in the squabbles. You ain't been in the squabbles. Okay.
Nah, you ain't win enough.
No one came to her defense. Like, they're coming to Caitlin Clark's defense, right?
I get it. Yes.
And I really wish Angel Reese would have just played the
victim.
I don't know why they're doing this to me. Why they're targeting me.
The people. I think the articles
she's
that
getting stronger. Angel Reese is getting stronger. She's getting more vocal. She sticks up for herself.
I think the articles,
she doesn't
Maria,
get the same sympathy. But when it comes to Caitlin Clark, I need to know this from the people that have always been tuning in to women's basketball and in the WNBA. Is Caitlin Clark one of those players? And Ryan, maybe you can attest to this. Is she one of those players that's on the court talking smack? Because if you talking smack and you're getting these things done to you, then I feel like it's well deserved. But if she's just going out there playing her game, ain't talking smack, and these people are just targeting her, then that's someone that's being targeted. You can't poke the bear, then hide the stick. And from what I hear, Caitlin Clark does a lot of trash talking. She do a lot of this extra stuff. And when Angel Reese did this, she was only doing that because the girl had did it to her maybe some games later, or if not the year before. Okay. So you can't play the victim when you out there really poking the bear. You're not hiding no stick. And these girls probably calling you out on it. That's what I'm saying with that. You get what I'm saying with that?
I get it.
But Angel Reese did not. Nobody's coming to Angel Reese's defense as they're coming to Caitlin Clark's defense. And I just feel like it's disgusting. It's disgusting, and I don't want to tune into the WNBA because of the narrative and how the energy is being pushed into it. That's just me right there.
I'm going to keep watching, man, because I want to see what happens next. I want to see where we go from here with that. Let's take another commercial break.
Let me find out you like drama.
I do.
We'll be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show, Josh. I'm sorry I'm heated. You go ahead. You take over.
She said, you go ahead, you take over.
I don't like it.
I want to hop into the pizza, the best of Cleveland, and I went out to Giannino's. I went to another pizza spot. I ain't going to name it. They weren't open, but I went out to Giannino's. Right now, it's Antonio's versus Giannino's right here. So y'all all can see. Check this video. All right, guys. I'm outside of Giannino's, and I'm about to try their pizza for the first time. So we're going to figure it out today. All about Giannino's, baby. Let's go. Giannino's in a cut, too. It's like right by a supermarket, but it's in a cut. I got it right here, baby. Okay, guys, I got that Giannino's right here, and we're about to open it up. I'm about to try it for you guys right now. Okay, Giannino's. I got the half pepperoni, half cheese. Okay, again, Giannino's did not know I was coming. They did recognize me when I was picking up my pizza, but they already made it. This is the everyday, what it's like to eat Giannino's, so I'm going to judge them accordingly. All right, so I'm going to get my slice. Okay. Now, I've tasted some really good pizza before. This is not bad. Giannino's has some really good people working there. I would say that. Let me just say this. It's not a bad pizza. Is it the best? No. It's cooked like it's supposed to be. It just doesn't stand out. That's it. It's good though. Could this be the pizza on pizza night? Yeah, sure. But it's not gonna win no awards. If I had a chance to eat Giannino's again, I wouldn't turn it up. I'm eating it, for sure. It's not the best in Cleveland. Out of the million pizza companies in this country, Cleveland is top 10 in the country. Is this pizza top 10 in the country? No, it's not. And I'm just being honest. So G&E knows you are disqualified from being the best pizza in Cleveland, baby. Disqualified, but you're good.
Dang. What you gonna do with them?
They are disqualified.
Oh, they disqualified. Dang.
Antonio's moves on. G&E knows.
Y'all, we love y'all for watching. We ran out of time. We'll see you next time on The Return.